The quagga mussels have been an invasive species that have been devastating to the Great Lakes and the fishing industry. Mussels eat all the important algae needed for the fish to eat. As a result, the water gets clear and the sunlight helps toxic algae to grow. The mussel population has grown so much that they are clogging up pipes used for drinking water, and it costs $6 billion to fix so far. The quagga mussels are native to the Dnieper River drainage of Ukraine. The quagga mussels have been invaded the Great Lakes, mainly Lake Superior. They are found only in Duluth, Minnesota, and Thunder Bay, Ontario. Quagga mussels are better adapted to living in cold temperatures and colonizing soft substrates than zebra mussels. Because of this, they are able to inhabit deeper areas of the Great Lakes. Quagga mussels are now the dominant invasive species mussels in the Great Lakes. The quagga mussels brought over from Eastern Europe on ships have been causing the number of drastic and dangerous changes to the Great Lakes ecosystem. Besides the fact that the cleaning of water allows toxic algae to grow, quagga mussels are also causing aquatic organisms populations with the Great Lakes to diminish. The quagga mussels feed on plankton, which many of the aquatic organisms at the bottom of the food chain feed on, and these organisms are left with no food. As a result, the organisms literally starve to death and are endangered. One of the things that a species at the bottom of the food chain has little significance, but it actually has a huge effect on the entire food chain and even the fishing population. For example, a species that begins to die off because of lack of plankton will then cause the organism above it for the food chain to starve, continuing all the way to the dominant organisms at the top of the food chain, and even the fishing industry. If the quagga mussels are not removed from the Great Lakes, the food chain within its ecosystem will break down and fishing nets will begin to run dry. Our group helps to facilitate the growing population of quagga mussels is to destroy as much of the quagga mussels as we can. In recent articles, some we went through in class, scientists have already created a machine that can crush these mussels. By doing so, the mussels have to reproduce, but that takes time. With the time it takes for the mussels to reproduce, the plankton can have enough time to produce for the consumers to eat them and the fish to eat them. It can create the cycle for only a little time, but it could be vital to the lakes.